Good evening, vinyl community. North Carolina vinyl picker here with a contest entry. JT's Music Room. 3 types of music. Well, that's pretty simple for me. My variety of music seems to go everywhere. So we'll start off with the first one with prog music. We'll go with Steven Wilson, my favorite prog artist at the moment. I do love my Pink Floyd though, and some other bands. I need to do a prog night where I just talk about my top 25 prog bands. Hey, that's a good idea. You got to sub up to JT's Music Room. He does a fantastic job. He has a great channel. Congratulations on getting to 1,000. You're more than qualified for that. That's for sure. As much as you love your music and how many records you pick up, almost as many as I get here in North Carolina. Hey, we got How Big This Space. This is an EP from Steven Wilson's album, To the Bone. That was the name of his solo album. Not his last solo album, but the one before that. And this was an EP that came out. And there's the blue vinyl. And this one here is called How Big the Space. Great song. Great artist. If you don't listen to Steven Wilson and Porcupine Tree, you need to go ahead and listen to Steven Wilson and Porcupine Tree. And if you need some Steven Wilson and Porcupine Tree, let me know, and I'll send you some. Get on board. If you love prog music. Well, if you don't love prog music, you probably wouldn't like them. Garage rock, number 2. I'm gonna go with a band that I've been listening to since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. And Grand Funk. Before they were Grand Funk Railroad, I just knew them as Grand Funk. And the live album, I remember playing the live album when I was in probably middle school. Or no, maybe it was junior high, somewhere around in there. But, hey, nobody touched them back then. They were the king of rock and roll. I called them garage rock. And I had the live album, and I can remember playing it in my mom and dad's house in New Jersey, and with my headphones on and falling asleep. But they were rocking, and I still had the headphones on. And I woke up, and my old Pioneer turntable didn't have the automatic return back in those days, so it was just gonna at the end there. But yeah, I don't know how I ever fell asleep to it, but I must have been real tired. But they just jammed out. And I used to listen to them all the time. I don't know why I remember that. It's just certain things in life you remember, you know. So anyway, here's Grand Funk. And this album came out a little bit later. This might have been when I was, what year is this? What year was this? 73. So this album here was when I was in high school. And I was lucky enough to find one on the yellow vinyl. This is like the first album I ever saw that was a different color than black as far as a record goes. I can remember. Yeah, I found this at a flea market in Florida before I moved up here to North Carolina. And the guy I think he had $5 on it. And I looked at it and I said, oh, okay, well, we take it out, and I opened it up and I took it and I saw the yellow vinyl. I put it back in, and I gave him a $5. I was real happy to get it because I used to have this back in the day. It's a good copy. It's not a placeholder. It's a good copy, and it sounds really good. And it's on that yellow. It's on that yellow vinyl. Almost you can see through there. Pretty cool. So that's my garage rock. Okay, how about some country? I like the Eagles, and I like country rock, and Linda Ronstadt country rock, and Poco, and the Birds, and Flying Burrito Brothers. I like all those bands. But for me, old country is what I like. I like Willie Nelson, and I like this man right here, Johnny Cash, the Man in Black. And I found this not too long ago at a flea market, and might have been an antique mall. and I saw the Ragged Old Flag, and I remember that song from Johnny, and I didn't have it. So I didn't even know there was an album called the Ragged Old Flag. But I think I paid like $3 or something for this. So I couldn't grab it fast enough. And then, so I've been playing that. Listening to now, what albums have I been listening to lately? Well, I got this album in the mail from eBay featuring Steve Howe, and it's Tomorrow. And that's the name of the band. It was before he joined Yes. Great album. I've been listening to this, a Psych album, and I've really been enjoying this one. This is another album. I made a twofer on this. Yardbirds, Over, Under, Sideways, Down. I found out this is their third album. So then I started doing some research on the Yardbirds, and come to find out, I didn't know that I thought the three of them, Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, and Jimmy Page, played with the Yardbirds, but I thought they played at the same time, but I was clueless. So anyway, so Eric Clapton started with the Yardbirds. He left, and then Jeff Beck came in, and then at the end it was Mr. Led Zeppelin. So Jimmy Page. I was clueless. See, that's why I guess that's right there. There's Jeff on the cover. So anyway, they just replaced themselves with another guitarist, and they were all exceptional guitarists in their own right, and they all went on to do great things. But they all started with the Yardbirds, apparently. If I'm not right in that, correct me at the bottom here, right down here at the bottom here. I'm just now listening to the Yardbirds. I'm getting late to the show here. I guess I listened to too much David Bowie and Alice Cooper in high school. So guilty pleasure. Guilty pleasure would be these two ladies right here. I love Kate Bush. Been listening to her for a long, long time. And this is the 45 of Sat in Your Lap. And this one here is Tori Amos. This is actually with her original band, her California band, when she was a real youngster. And it's Cool on Your Island. The name of the album is Why Can't Tori Read? If you want a good rock and roll album from the 80s, the 80s were kind of a black hole for me. But if you want a good album from the 80s, pick up Why Can't Tori Read? And that's Tori Amos rocking it out before she went with a Little Earthquakes album many years later, and more of a contemporary folk sound. So there you go. That was my six different records there. Sub up JT. He's got a great show, and watch his videos. And we'll be seeing you later. I'm going to be doing my Saturday night show. So y'all take care, and we'll be talking to you soon. Bye for now.